Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Hello. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Wednesday. Yeah.
Ooh, it's kind of like our Thursday.
It is. If you want to look at it that way. Doing a little vacay here this week to wrap it all up. It's going to be nice.
It's going to be nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody that sent me great suggestions for my road trip in Daytona Beach and Jacksonville and even up in Savannah. So we've got listeners in all three towns that are sending me the places to go. Because, yeah, I've been to all three places, but I haven't done the deep exploration. I want to find some new joints to go check out.
Are you excited? Do you get excited about this kind of things? Like when you're
do.
thinking about it? Like, oh, yeah. I'm pumped.
It's kind of my new thing. I kind of nerd out on just because, my family and I, we've done over the last couple of years a couple different road trips, and it's usually the best week of the year. And I just love it. I found that, when you go see new things, you want to know all the cool places to check out to feel like, yeah, I crossed that. I kind of was humble bragging the other day about how I've been to the Oscar Blues tap room in Brevard, North Carolina. That was one place. And that was not an easy find. I had to kind of like dig and figure out where that was and, kind of map it all out to make it happen. But it's kind of neat when you do that and you're like, okay, I've been there, I've done that, experiences doing things like that. It's fun. So, yeah, Jacksonville, I'm kind of both Daytona and Jacksonville. We're going to hopefully hit by the ocean a little bit more and try out some of the beach bar kind of stuff that they got in both those towns.
Get you a little cake by the ocean.
Kev's getting cake by the ocean. No, he's not.
Yeah, well, the whole family's going to be there. It'd be kind of weird. Hey, kids, hold on. I'll be back real quick. I'm going to go bang your ma. Yeah. Probably not, but...
Are you? So does that mean you, Cannon, and the Queen will all be in the same room together when you guys are staying?
I think what the Queen did, she got kind of a suite kind of thing because we got the older kids too. It's
so
a full family.
You all will be together then. That's cool.
We got everybody, yeah.
Nice.
So my son Colin this is the whole goal is to move him to Atlanta. So we got 2 cars packed up. We're doing 2 cars on the way up and. So, yeah, my daughter Caitlin, his twin, is going to be with us. So we get the whole family.
Does your mother-in-law ever go on these road trips ever? Or does she usually like to stay back and kind of chill and throw a rager?
She never has. She's a little bit more laid back. She's a little bit... keeps to herself.
Would that blow your mind if you you guys come back early and she's having one of those 1980s fucking frat party ragers
and Jay Bird is there.
And you walk in, it's one of those things, as soon as you walk in, like the record player scratches, and I have like a bra on my head. Kevin? What would you think if your mother-in-law threw a rager like that?
Oh, I figure somebody probably slipped me shrooms.
Would you be
seeing something?
Are you mad about that? Or you're like, fuck it? Yeah.
I'm not mad, but there's just no way that would ever happen.
You're just like, wow, did not expect that.
Yeah, there would be, honestly, having aliens sitting in my living room would be something I'd expect more than seeing my mother-in-law throwing a rager.
With you.
Yeah.
Or just a rager in general. I don't even think I need to be there. It'd be weird for you.
Yeah.
I do like you there, though, with her bra on your head.
Make no mistake about it. If his mother-in-law's throwing a rager, my ass is going to be there.
Yeah, well, she's not. We're getting the house tented.
Oh, termites.
Yeah, we got
That's
the termite
right.
thing. So we got Hewlett coming in, and they're going to be tenting the house. So we've been kind of getting that ready at the same time.
Okay.
Have you been seeing any of... Is that a problem where you go to the bathroom and you see termites like fall in the tub or anything like that? Have you been seeing them?
I haven't seen them. We had that thing where we were finding the wings, and I've seen them around. And I think they kind of go in waves. And I was asking my wife, I'm like, well, do we still need to do this? Or are they gone? She's like, they're not gone. She's like, several places told us we have them. Because I was like, okay, do we still need this? But apparently we do. So
there's nothing like a random wing to kind of make you feel a little alarmed.
I haven't seen one for a while though, and that's why I was like wondering. I'm like, well, are they still around, or are they just did they pack up and leave?
I would have asked the same
Did they
question.
hear us talking about Hewlett and they decided we got to get out of here?
I don't know, man. Maybe they fucking left. Maybe they don't like our act and they got out of here.
Well, I was kind of asked that because it is a to-do to tent your house. You have to really get everything out. You got to anything that is not in a glass-sealed container or metal-sealed container has got to either be bagged or it's got to go.
Oh, boy.
So it's almost like you're moving and you're not moving.
Yeah, moving to stay home, and so they're doing all that. So yeah, we're kind of prepping that.
Is that expensive stuff? You don't have to say the price, but is it pretty?
Yeah.
Are you taking a pounding in the wallet?
No, I mean it's it's a couple grand. You gotta do.
I mean, yeah,
But-
a couple grand. They got to pack shit up, and there's wings everywhere. That's bullshit.
It's not something you love to do. I mean, it was kind of like, that's what I was talking about. I got all these other things that I'd love to do, and on top of just a freaking pandemic, it's just, and I know this is how life works, but you just got one dumb expense after another that just keeps coming up that it's like,
Yep.
well, what are you going to do? You got to do it. Like getting tires. We had to get tires.
Me too. I had a nail in my tire.
But you got to do it. And it's
Right.
like, so that cost a lot more than I thought it would.
That's a good question. If anybody knows where, because you're right, tires are so expensive. I can't find anywhere it's going to be a minimum of $800 always. I feel like they don't have no discounted tires that are good in today's day and age.
You can get used tires.
No, I
on
don't
your
want-
truck, it might fit.
I don't want used tires, but honestly, Klepto just looked at my truck. My truck is in. There's no need for me to get a new car. It's it's in good condition. The only thing that's bad about my car is the inside
and the outside.
The inside of the. You got it. You're right.
Oh, just coming for you.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome. you know my thoughts, so you go ahead and finish them.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Yeah, a lot of those trucks and vehicles, they'll run, forever. And I'm one of those people, I don't really care. I mean, I remember I had that Amiga. I think it was a piece of shit. It had no air conditioning.
That was a piece of shit.
Yeah, it was tough, but I rode that thing into the ground until it wouldn't ride anymore. And yeah, so you get tired. So it's just all those kind of like little things that come up that you just don't want to spend money on that you got to.
Fucking tires.
Yeah, it's not, there's nothing sexy or fun about it. Like, you're not going, hey, you guys ready to go tire shopping?
I told you
Not many people are excited by that.
Yeah, because I just bought new tires. I don't know, like 3 months ago. Klepto put new tires on my truck. So I got a nail in a brand new tire.
Oh, wow.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, even things like if anything fucks up with your phone. I had phone issues. I had to go get that replaced. I mean, that was definitely a expense I was not expecting to be that
right.
bad.
Yours, you said.
It's almost $800.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Damn.
because the back was destroyed. The back fell and the back got broke to smithereens. And if you're on that insurance plan and the back gets broke, they were going to mail it. But they were like, we don't know when it's going to get there. So I wasn't going to have a phone for I don't know how long for. Yeah. So I'm like, just give me the fucking phone.
Nothing's cheap anymore, man.
No.
Nothing's cheap anymore. It's crazy. So, yeah, that's all the fun stuff. Got a couple more emails here that came in about Am I the Jerk? This one said, my boyfriend's got a friend of his who is married to a girl from Brazil that he brought over so she could get a green card. Then her sister comes over from Brazil with her boyfriend, and she is trying to marry my boyfriend's other friend for a green card. Both of these girls are thirsty. Now, I don't mind when they're around, but they are not good parents. So when we do hang out with them, they sit there and drink and get high while everybody else watches their kids. The last time we had a party, I found her 3-year-old in the middle of the street on a scooter, and it was dark out.
Oh, no.
At the same party, homegirl was flirting with my cousin, asking him for a cigarette when she doesn't even smoke. Anyway, here I am at work, and I get the Ring app alarm. I pull up the camera, and here are the 2 chicken heads pulling up in my driveway.
What are they doing at your house when you're not there?
I forgot to mention that my amazing boyfriend lost a job and has been taking care of our 3 kids while I work full time.
So they're hanging out at your house with your boyfriend and you're not there and they're chicken heads?
So I call my boyfriend and he doesn't know what's going on. So I tell him to find out because Mama don't play that. My boyfriend did not let them in the house, so I heard the whole conversation. They want to talk to him about his friend regarding the payments for the green card. They leave and my boyfriend tells me he's sorry and he really didn't know. I'm not upset with him, but he knew I was pissed. He also called his friend and told him that his wife and sister can't just show up at my house unannounced. As a female, I don't think any female should show up randomly to a house where you know the woman of the house is not home.
I agree.
So I am seeing red at this point.
Especially with these unscrupulous ladies.
Well, they sound like they are just.
They are hustlers, and they're willing to do and say whatever it requires to get their agenda.
That's got to be infuriating when their kids are running around, they're getting drunk and high, and you're the one taking care of them. Because you're a good person, you're gonna not let the kid go out on the street.
Yeah, that'd be the last party that I had where they were invited.
Yeah, are they asking if they're the jerk?
No, it is a little bit more.
Venting?
Says, I call the girl and I say this. Listen very carefully because I am only going to say this once. You do not come to my house unannounced while I am not there. It's disrespectful and there is no reason for it. She didn't understand what my problem was at all. She didn't apologize. She didn't say anything except, you don't have the same problem as me, and hung up on me. Now, am I the jerk here? I would never go to my boyfriend's friend's house unannounced when his wife or girlfriend was not home. There is so much more backstory about this chick that I wish I could go into, but there's the gist. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
She knows exactly what she's doing. This chick is trying to get a green card. She's thirsty to figure that whole thing out. She's an unscrupulous woman.
Yeah, you don't have time for that horse shit.
You are completely in the right. You let this girl know what's up, and you let her know that she is not allowed on your property when you're not there.
Look, your instinct is taking over.
Yeah.
It's letting you know it's not melding well with you.
And when you tell everybody what the law is, they know. If you don't tell people and there's a gray area, then that's on you. If you have a law, you got to tell everybody what the law is.
Right, so there's no misunderstanding.
No.
I was crystal clear with this. This is not going to fly in my world.
Amen.
Chicken heads.
Just so
I
you know.
need you to screenshot your Ring doorbell with these two chicken heads coming up your driveway. I really want to see what they got going on.
Okay.
You know what? They sound like they're probably in my head. They are hot, but they're hot with a story. They got an edge to them. They're good looking, but you're like,
you can see they're trouble.
Yeah,
they're kind of
yeah.
they're kind of hot, but
they're trouble.
They're trashy chameleons.
They can put it on, and they can definitely lure a man to his knees, but they also will fuck you over.
and you could tell that in 10 to 15 years, I'm completely going to regret this decision
Yes.
if I bang either one of them.
Yes.
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 You could tell that already.
I can see it.
Thank goodness for that Ring doorbell, though.
Yeah.
That's when it comes in very handy.
That's another very similar type story about my boyfriend. I have been together for 4.5 years. We just bought our first house. Everything's going great, but there's an ex-girlfriend that just seems to pop up. They dated pretty seriously during and after high school and even lived together for a while, and then they eventually broke up. She had cheated on him a few times. All around. Doesn't seem like a very good person, and she's also currently married. My problem is my boyfriend works for a car dealership, and it seems like this girl, this ex, is finding any excuse to talk to him. We even show up in advance and says, hey, I'm coming over. Can you get me through the service faster? Now, he does, but he's like that with anybody. He's the kind of guy that goes out of his way for people, and I do love him for that. But then she'll just text him and be like, hey, did you hear about blank? Or did you guess who I ran into? And my boyfriend just told me, too, that she's been texting him after a few beers, which makes me feel lied to. But he says he just didn't want to upset me when it wasn't a big deal. My question is it reasonable for me to ask him to block her because it makes me uncomfortable? Or should I let it go because they have known each other such a long time and he's just being a nice person? Sincerely confused.
I think you should let this go based on the evidence.
I could not disagree with Virginia more. When you're in a relationship with somebody, you're not texting your ex, especially one that's milling around, texting you about bullshit after a couple beers. You shut that shit down. You don't have any contact with your ex. Now, if she shows up at your work, you can't control that, but you can control if you are, talking with her via text. Your girl is not happy with you talking to your ex-girlfriend. So why the fuck are you texting with your ex-girlfriend?
But he doesn't start it. He's not initiating it.
You finish it by
She's
not-
a customer at at where he works. He's keeping it professional. He hasn't done anything to make you think you can't trust him. I would be very careful parenting my man.
You keep it at the business, but as soon as you start texting about this and that, and remember that time, and she got beers in you, and now you're in a text conversation with your ex, who in your gut you already feel like she's milling around trying to start some shit. You get out of that situation because you're playing with fire.
Yeah.
If you have respect for your girlfriend.
Yeah, that's how he should. I think you're right. I think he should handle the best thing you can do, and I will let guys know this just as an older dog who's been through the ringer a few times. Is if you can stand up and show your woman that you are defending or protecting your relationship, and they see that. There are times you need to protect your relationship and say, look, what I have with you, I'm going to protect. And I'll let her know, and you can do it in a respectful way to say, hey, look, I'm happy to help you when it comes to the car dealership and whatever I can. But, I really can't have these kind of conversations, and especially when you've been drinking, it's just it's not the right thing for me to do. I'm married or I'm in a serious relationship. And
Definitely. You don't have to be a dick at all. Just say, look.
I just got to be respectful to the person I'm in a relationship with, and this, goes over those boundaries.
If you want to come into the work, I'll help you out, but I can't make this a personal thing. It's my girlfriend's not happy with it. Have a great day.
And that's how I think he should handle it. And for her, confused, I think maybe you can just at least say, you can always talk about how you feel. I think when you try to tell somebody how they need to act, that becomes problematic for a relationship. But when you just say, hey, look, there's a part of me that feels a little threatened by her, and it makes me uncomfortable, these kind of text messages. I don't like them.
Most times, and I'm just going on personal experience, most times when an ex is hitting you up and talking about olden times and all that stuff, it's not because she wants you to help her with her car.
It's just trouble. You're entertaining something that could become more, or it lends to her being able to say something could happen. It opens a door, leaves a crack. Could get to be more.
And what happens with cracks?
You lick them.
You lick them.
Yep. If that's your thing.
If that's your thing, Virginia.
If that's your thing.
I know for a fact that is not Virginia's thing.
By the look at you, it looks like it's yours.
She's definitely not going near any cracks.
Oh, if a guy asked me to do that, I'd be like, dude, you got the wrong girl.
Yeah, I also think there's a difference between a girl crack and a like a Kevin Ralston crack.
I think Kevin's crack is kind of like a girl's crack.
like a Kevin crack.
He keeps it clean.
Yeah, it's immaculate.
There's some people, I see them like walking around the halls at work. I can tell you right now, some of these guys are not keeping it clean like Kevin.
Yeah, you can. That's the first thing I think of
You
when I
can
look at somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like, do they have a dirty crack?
I know that's what you think of.
Yeah. Whenever I meet somebody, it's
Oh my
always the first
gosh.
thought in my head.
Me too.
I bet they got a filthy crack. You can just kind of tell. It just, it all goes together. It really does. The email I was talking about earlier from Pamela, she was talking about the juicing stuff. She said, I encourage you to watch Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Yes, V, it is on Netflix. It's about juicing, the effects of juicing on your body. There are clinics in Europe that treat certain types of cancer and many other conditions through juicing. I know that a lot.
So are they saying juicing's bad or juicing's good?
If they use it to treat cancer, I assume good.
That's good then.
You thought that was an email saying,
I did.
You juice fuckers, what are you doing? You're ruining your organs.
There's always people that have something to say, like, you shouldn't be encouraging people to not eat, you asshole.
Any diet you guys ever talk about, we get those comments.
I know. And I don't know if it's good to not eat for a month, but we were just saying like 4 days.
Yeah, she said, I juiced for 35 days. I lost over 60 pounds.
35 days.
Well, no shit. You lost weight on a 35
Wow.
Girl, you are next level, and I am not worthy.
Made a full wardrobe change and improved my life by 200%. It really is a miracle. Not easy to start, but it is possible.
Damn.
Yeah.
I struggled with 4 days. It wasn't easy. I mean, I made it. I did it.
But for someone like that, it sounds like they got in that groove. And when you do see the scale move, or you fit into a shirt you didn't realize you could fit into, it's addicting.
You almost get a little psycho with it, too.
You can.
And then it becomes a little psychotic positive. You just have to be careful that you don't get too psycho with it where it becomes like negative.
Well, anything you obsess about where you're now causing yourself depression, anxiety, OCD, I don't know if that's a great thing for you. If it's consuming your life in that manner.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
She also said, please note that after juicing for more than 5 days, it's extremely important that you are careful how you introduce solid food again and what type of food it is. It can be very harmful for the body.
Really?
If it's not done properly.
Like what? Like you shit yourself?
I mean, I think that's what that means.
You don't poo a lot when you're juicing. I'll tell you that.
I'm not surprised on that either.
Yeah, I just thought I'd let you know.
I think you probably get a little FA though, right?
Fat ass?
No, a little faucet ass.
Oh, faucet. No, I did not get faucet ass.
Okay. That's good.
I
That's
did day one.
You did day
You
one.
did?
I did day
Got
one.
FA.
Yeah,
FA?
I think. And luckily it hit me by the toilet, and I was like, I'm not gonna, you know what? Today I'm not gonna risk a fart. I got on white pants.
Well, now you know, everybody. Don't start a juice cleanse and wear white pants first day.
It was really a poor wardrobe choice.
It's more on you than the juice.
It was. I don't blame the juice. I blame me.
But from Kevin's mistakes, we all can learn.
If I had to put Kev's juice tips, don't wear white pants day one.
Just be careful for day one. There might be a little faucet ass.
Yeah. So there you go.
I never had that.
Well, good. Consider you lucky.
She said that the thing about the juicing, the worst part about doing it usually is the cost, the amount of work it takes to make juices daily, to clean up, store them, be creative with recipes. That's why, yeah, I mean, the whole thing with the juicing thing we had done with squeeze.com was you could go on and get them, you know, have them or use them as like a meal supplement, things like that later on, and it's easy. So you get all the vitamins, nutrients, and you know, like I'd said earlier, I had talked on the regular show about the 3 things you can do to either slow down, stop, or reverse the aging process, and that was some rigorous exercise, cold treatments, just at least being cool, even just going out when it's a little chilly outside and taking a brisk walk without a jacket is good enough sometimes. And reducing your calorie intake by 12%. So, you know, if you took out a meal here and there and replaced it with a juice, then that'd be an easy way to do it.
Don't eat that 4th cupcake.
Yeah, or don't have the first 3 either. Yeah.
You can't have cupcakes when you're juicing. It's just not going to be a good decision.
Back over the weekend, I was taking care of my little sister's dogs, and I had to go into her freezer, and she's got one of those ice masks. Where it's a mask you put on. I guess it's full of ice, or it's like gel
mask.
or something.
Yeah, they have that where you can put it on your face. It's supposed to reduce inflammation if you're puffy.
Does that really work, or is that one of those things where, hey, Bird, try St. John's Wort. It's great for anxiety. Okay, blow me.
I think the cold does reduce inflammation, and I think it feels nice too. So if you're like hungover or something, I feel like an ice mask would be very pleasant.
So you're saying it's more. It will work better than a St. John's Wort.
I think if you need it, you're going to notice that it feels great.
Feels great.
Yeah. And maybe reduces a bit of inflammation.
I mean, a bit, but you're still.
If you're fat, you're still going to have a fat face. I hate to break it to you. Putting that frozen mask ain't going to make you less fat. Stop eating Twinkies, bitch. That's going to help.
Twinkies, I'm not that big of a fan of Twinkies.
No.
I used to love them.
They got a chemical taste to it.
They do. They
a
taste
chemical,
like waxy weird.
Yes, a chemical taste that, because there's some stuff that I eat and it's got like a chemical taste. I'm like, that's fucking good. I'm going to continue to eat that. They've got a chemical taste to it where it kind of makes me wince a bit. I'm like,
This is not good for me.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's got to be some kind of
Wincing's usually bad.
Yoga mat ingredient in
Is this
here.
cream filling or is this cancer filling?
Yeah. Now, if you get some of the other things, other snacks like that, or they don't taste like that, like a ho-ho?
Like cheese in a can. I know that spray cheese in a can. When you taste it, you know it's chemically, but it's good chemically.
It is, and you pair that cheese in a can with those chicken biscuits.
Chicken in a biscuit?
Yeah, those are
Crackers?
good, right?
Those things are like 900 calories
They
a cracker.
Those,
insane.
that is like your low budget, redneck, trailer park deliciousness.
Well, you know they're good because after you eat a few of them, there's grease and oil from the cracker on your hand.
Yeah.
Don't put those crackers on a napkin because they leave the biggest grease stain. You're like, ugh.
They leave a little trail snail on your napkin.
They are the best cracker, though.
They are.
You can possibly get.
Chicken in a biscuit is crack in a cracker.
If you're looking for a good little cracker, Ritz does the crisp now. It kind of looks like a cracker. It's really fucking good. The cheddar one, the regular, and the barbecue, highly recommended. The crisp from Ritz.
Crisp
Okay.
from Ritz.
Yes, you're looking at about $3.49 to $4 depending on the store.
Okay.
Is it the pounds you're adding or what?
Yeah, they're not good for you. You can definitely hear yourself getting fat.
My favorite thing to do if I'm being bad is eat a whole bag of something like that while I'm watching TV. I just love it.
I went to that grilled cheese place we go to, and they make these what's it called? I Heart grilled cheese or I
Heart mac and cheese.
They make these
Yeah.
little. They put these little chocolate chip cookies, and they put them in a cup, and they have all of these.
It's like a soda cup with a lid.
And I cleaned them out.
You bought all the cups?
I bought 6 cups of them.
6
and
cups?
ate them all on a weekend.
Yeah.
I go to extremes. There's nothing in the middle about my personality.
No, you don't. One way or the other.
So all or nothing. Man.
Yeah.
I bought 6 cups.
And fucked every one of them up.
If you love, we were talking earlier about Kraft doing breakfast, macaroni and cheese, where you maybe add some crumbled sausage or you top off your mac and cheese with some bacon and eggs. Walmart's is now carrying the Cheetos mac and cheese in 3 flavors, bold and cheesy, flamin' hot, and cheddar jalapeno.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on there.
So it's a frozen food mac and cheese from Cheetos?
I don't know if it's frozen or if it's just that
It's in
you'd
a
have
box?
yeah.
Well, they
and
have
that
a-
would be the flavor packets.
They got a lot of those make-it-yourself pizzas. Although, man, a lot of them are shit.
Nothing compares to just going and getting the Publix pizza dough for $3.49, the one that's already rolled out in a circle. Y'all, that is some good pizza dough.
Don't make me go on that Baboli rant again.
Baboli sucks.
Because I will go on that Baboli rant.
Baboli's terrible, and they should be punished.
In fact, we should never utter Baboli ever again on
Cancel
these airwaves.
Baboli.
We're canceling Baboli.
They're done.
I'm gonna go on Twitter and cancel Baboli.
Next time you go in Publix, you need to rip down the Baboli display and start stepping on it.
I'm canceling Baboli because their pizza tastes like shit.
I like to see that video.
Now that's how you go viral.
All of a sudden, I just start hitting up Baboli on social media. Cancel Baboli. Like, what is this?
Baboli is not pizza crust.
Yeah, I'm writing that down to things I need to do today.
Toph in the chat room and said, all this juice talk is making me hungry for bacon. Well, yesterday I was telling you we're tenting, so my wife is kind of like cooking up stuff. So all day long she's cooking bacon, and then she did steak kebabs, and here I am juicing.
You're on a juice cleanse? Damn.
And I can't get away. Oh my gosh.
That's
I'm like,
good
what are y'all
aroma.
doing to me? Oh my gosh. I just want to rip some bacon off there.
That's what broke Panda's juice cleanse. It was almost day 3, and he walked in the house, and I was cooking food for the kids, and he smelled the food, and he said, fuck it. He couldn't go on any further.
And I look back now, the fattest I ever got was when I lived very close to a Burger King, and I could smell their Whoppers on the reg. As soon as they would fire up that grill, I could smell it from my balcony.
It's not fair.
So I wonder, was I getting fat because of Burger King's aroma? It was almost kind of like a...
Was everybody in your neighborhood fat?
That's a good question, but that's how I handle it. Smells make me fat. They do,
Smells
man.
make a lot of people fat.
That's why I can't have those chocolate chip cookie candles. Because
you want chocolate chip cookies.
Oh man, I can order Mrs. Fields now on my app.
Wow.
Yeah, not Mrs. That's the
Mrs. Fields is the mall cookie.
It's the mall cookie, and I can get them to my house in 15 minutes with those frosted brownies like that. So smells, man.
She makes a cookie cake too.
Oh man,
Mrs. Fields' cookie cake is fun.
I can spend a long time trying to figure out what I want at Mrs. Fields at the mall. I'm like, give me 8 of those.
Give me a dozen of those.
Yeah, it takes me a
I'll take a
minute.
birthday cake. It's not your birthday. Shut the fuck up.
Oh man, I love it.
Got an email here about Denny's possible side hustle. Now we know why Denny's is breeding shrimp. Somebody found that would just be terrible. Denny's Seafood Market there. If you're watching on KVJ TV, it's an actual place.
Denny's Seafood Market. That's hilarious.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Why do they have shrimp in there? That'd be weird, huh? I saw the painting video where you were painting the walls there, Jaybird.
Yeah, I got a knack for the middle.
You do?
I'm all about that middle. I'm not an edger.
Yeah, that's tedious work. It's more fun just to do the broad strokes.
Yeah, Denny's good. Denny's and Jen, they're very crafty. They're gonna make their new house look awesome. They're
cool.
They're good at
and
they're excited about doing it. They got a little they love doing gardening and all that.
It's so fun to create a space that makes you happy, and then when you walk in that space and you're like, I own this, and I've made it customized to make me smile every time I walk in. That's a cool feeling.
It's so important because this place, the place I'm at right now, is a transition. I have not done anything to it. It's literally just there to do the podcast, sleep, eat, and take care of Chewy. There's nothing fun about it. I didn't take the time. I didn't want to spend money to patch the holes up.
I get it.
I can see a huge difference in my mood because I am kind of just not in a permanent situation.
Yeah.
You got to make your home a very cozy place.
When you make it a nest, you want to come fly home, baby bird.
It reflects your mood big time. It does.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get serious on that. After I looked at my ghetto side door yesterday, I'm like, I gotta get this place in order.
You're gonna love your new door.
Yeah.
I got my new door put in, and I'm obsessed with it. It's so pretty.
Look how ratchet that thing is.
Are you getting like anything fancy?
Yeah.
You do one of those?
Well, I mean, it's going to look a lot like that, but it's going to be the hurricane.
A hurricane door. So it's like going to be brand new. It's going to have the seal. It's going to be quiet too. I couldn't believe how much quieter the house is with the new windows and doors.
Are you still doing the putting up stairs and all that shit, or has that been kind of put on hold?
It kind of got put on hold with the pandemic, so we, might have to look and. Because I know find somebody else to do it.
You gotta find a stair endorsement.
Well, the Queen lost her job, so I can see how that could be.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Well, pandemic and layoffs and all that stuff has put a lot of things on hold.
I mean, I can imagine probably putting stairs in is not necessarily cheap.
Yeah, I mean it's not a crazy thing, but it depends upon who you get. You got to find somebody good too. That's a tough
you kind of need stairs to be good.
Well, even on just the level of a bug person, you got to find someone good. I told you about the shitty service that I had.
You did have a shitty service.
Compare them to someone that knows what the fuck they're doing. It's a major difference.
And somebody who's going to be honest and not take you for a ride too.
Yeah.
You got taken for a ride.
Because I was in a desperate situation. The guy could see it on my face, and the man's telling me that there's murderous rats out there.
I wish I would have been there because I would have set that fucker straight. He was shady. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's what you need is Virginia. She can just be your...
I love it. How she wasn't there at all. And she's like, I would have set that motherfucker straight.
Yeah. It's kind of it.
I think that guy, that's just the way that guy's personality is. He just was one of those guys that I'm going to try to upsell everybody.
Yeah, because they get a commission when they upsell you, but I'm not here to be taken advantage of, and neither is my friend Bird. And he upsold you shit you didn't need. Fuck that guy.
She knows you didn't need it.
I don't see your heart's in the right place, but if you were there in that situation, I don't know if I would have wanted you there. All of a sudden now you're like, fuck this guy.
It's just too intense.
You don't know rats, you bitch.
Like,
I'm like, Virginia, just thrill it in, please. I just want a peaceful afternoon.
Now.
You are not getting taken for a rat ride.
Yeah.
Got a shout out here, an email that says, can we do a midweek shout out? Congratulations to Okeechobee's Krista Stanley. She was named the Teacher of the Year for the state of Florida.
Wow.
Chobee born and raised.
Stanley.
Yeah.
Krista
Stanley.
Yeah.
He went Stanley.
The last name.
That sounds like you're chanting for some dude.
Stanley.
You're right. Men are terrible, Kevin.
Yeah.
Krista.
Look, come on. Men suck. Come on.
That's from Okeechobee Princess. So congratulations. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed your chant.
We started fighting halfway through it, so I'm sure it was great.
It was very nice. All right, there you go. That's what you get for your Wednesday ATS. Back tomorrow. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.